Well, we got a new Predator movie. Isn't that like, what, the 6th or 7th, 8th? I don't know. I done lost count. Is it any good? I don't know. Let's talk about it. Predator Badlands. I don't know if that title really works. I don't know. Just Badlands. Seems cheap. So I will say with Predator Badlands, this movie actually takes the whole Predator storyline or the whole gist of the Predator as we know it, takes it to a whole new level. Yes, while the Predator still is very strong and very much of a hunter, we actually get to see a different perspective of Predator. Whereas in most cases, we know the Predator as the hunter and the unstoppable machine, almost kind of like a Terminator. But in this movie, we get to see a young Predator named Deck, I believe. We see him kind of as the runt of the litter. Actually, that's what they say in the movie. He is the runt of the litter. And we see him basically with no armor, no mask, no nothing. And it's just basically Predator learning and coming up to become a hunter. Now, don't get me wrong, he is very skilled, but you can definitely see the differences between this Predator and the Predators in past movies. I was very worried about this particular movie because I knew it was trying to show the Predator in a different light. And while sometimes that is good in certain movies to try something different, it can kind of take away what we know as the particular character. In this case, it kept a lot of what we know as the character, meaning all the attributes and the personality, which the Predator itself never truly had a personality other than, ooh, you're moving? I'm gonna come after you and kill you. Oh, you look like a challenge? Yeah, okay, challenge accepted, I'm gonna kill you. So it really kept the same characteristics, but it tried to give the Predator more character. And I'll be honest, that's really where my concern came in, and that's where I had to really try to remind myself, this is a Predator movie. This Predator has emotions. We're seeing a lot of different expressions on his face that we never saw before. It was very conflicting for me, and was it a good thing or a bad thing? I will be honest. Sometimes it was good, sometimes it was bad. I don't want to see a Predator character that is relatable or soft or limited, I guess you could say. I don't need to relate to a Predator character. I know what they're capable of. I want to see that. They kill, they hunt, that. I want to see that. So that's the really big takeaway from this movie as far as the differences between other Predator movies and the characters of the actual Predator species, is that this one is a runt, and he's a little bit softer, meaning he is actually less experienced. So we're getting to see one at very early in its hunt. He's not like the prime final form Predator yet. He's accompanied by a Waylon Jennings android, played by Elle Fanning. Now I will say this character doesn't normally fit in a Predator movie. And what I mean by that is when Predator movies, you have all these different humans coming together to fight this Predator, to survive this Predator. And you kind of get some banter between characters because all these different personalities coming together, and you really get to like learn more about the characters and just what they're all about. Whereas in this character, you have the only character she has to play off of is the Predator, and the Predator doesn't speak English, and he technically has no personality other than this is my goal. This is what I'm going to do. I just use you as a tool. She really brought the humor to the movie, which really didn't need to happen. However, I will admit, I tried to keep an open mind with her humor, and honestly, it wasn't that bad. I can understand some people not liking it and saying, oh, this is absolutely horrible. But considering the humor in the MCU, I think they'll be okay. Now, aside from the humor, she really does actually help the Predator in his ultimate goal. Don't want to give too much away, but there was one scene that he is literally carrying her on his back, and I ain't gonna lie, it did remind me of C-3PO. This picture in particular. Yeah, that right here. That's, yeah, I saw nothing else. It was that. Now, I don't want to give away too much of the story, and to be fair, there's really not a spoilerish story here, but you can tell they're really trying to connect the Alien universe and the Predator universe, kind of wove it in together once again to possibly make a future movie. Am I opposed to that? Absolutely not, because I personally enjoyed the very first Alien vs. Predator movie, the second one not so much. And another thing that was different from this movie was that technically there was not one single human in this entire movie. The only humans that we see are actually androids. And so when the Predator's fighting them, you can cut off their heads, you can sever a limb, it doesn't matter. There's just no gore. Now that's one thing that is missing from this movie that doesn't necessarily bring it down a notch, but I guess it makes it more watchable for a wider audience. I'll be honest, I went into this movie expecting to not like it. I initially saw the design of the Predator and I thought, whoa, this Predator is way too expressive. He almost has like human mannerisms. And just in the teaser trailer and the later full trailer, it did not seem like a predator that we were used to. Now again, that is not a bad thing. I don't mind new takes on different predators. I understand the species of predator have different, just like we have different races, they have different races of their race or their species. I was afraid that they would go try to steer too far from what we know and love as the original Predator. Now they did take some liberties in the actual face to where he was more expressive. You could tell there was some CGI there, and that honestly was, while it kind of looked good, it did take away from what we know as the traditional Predator. Take it or leave it, honestly. Sometimes it looked great, other times it didn't. The special effects were pretty top notch. I will admit, I'm sure there were some moments of CGI that were just, you know, kind of fumbled, but that's a given with CGI in general. All in all, I will say I actually enjoyed this movie. It is not the best Predator movie ever. I would say it's a little more enjoyable than Prey. But if you want the human aspect, if you're really truly missing it, then it might be a notch under Prey. Considering there are no human antagonists or anything like that in this movie, and it's literally the Predator trying to survive a planet that is wanting to kill him, I thought it really wasn't that bad. It wasn't a very complex, driven story. It was very simple. It was kind of playing it safe to a degree, but at the same time, you're talking about having the Predator as the main antagonist, as kind of the good guy, which at first I didn't like, and I'm still not a fan of, because I'd rather see the Predator as more of a bad guy, or if he's going to be a good guy, team up with the humans against an alien. That's what I liked about the Alien vs. Predator movie. So that was weird to see me technically rooting for a Predator, but I kind of got used to it. I just don't want to get too used to it. You know what I'm saying? But all in all, I actually really enjoyed this movie. I enjoyed it more than I thought I would. I would rate this movie as not exactly theater worthy, but I would actually buy a physical copy. I wouldn't wait for streaming. I would actually wait for the physical copy to come out and enjoy it then. It's almost theater worthy, but not exactly. Well, that about does it for me, guys. Let me know what you thought in the comments below. Did you like this movie? Did you not like this movie? What did you like about it? What didn't you like about it? And this was Disney's first Predator movie, so what'd you think about that? Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see you on the next one.